Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome back for another episode of Thique Talk podcast with your favorite co-hosts Von J and T Nail. Whoo! It is summertime and it is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so happy to announce we are beyond halfway through the season at this point. And if you did not, please tune in to last episode with Terrence from Atlanta because, baby, it was a treat. I think the girls got a little too vulgar last week. But we had a great conversation. I think it was a great time to just showcase people in a different light. So if you have not, definitely go to iTunes, get your Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon, Spotify. We are all that. Go ahead and listen to last week's episode, which is called Pretty Complex, because, baby, it was a pretty man, but it was a complex situation, and we had to get into it. So definitely want to shout out last week's episode, but shout out to my co-host, Von J, baby. You have had quite the weekend.
I mean, not really. I mean, I went to see the Queen Bee herself, of course. That was
there we
what I
go.
did, though. I didn't really do much other than that, but that was a time. Like, I wish I could go back today, actually. So yeah, I enjoyed myself this weekend. Got a little caught up on a little rest. My girl Beyonce had my feet hurting. Standing up for umpteen hours. But what time was that? Still trying to recover and get myself together. What about you?
What was a highlight for you? What was a highlight for you for the show?
A highlight for me at the show. I really enjoyed the moment where she brought out Rumi and they did the Protector song. I thought it was really good. Got to see her. She's always so excited, child. I mean, she was uber excited. It was such a cute moment. But performance-wise, I feel like her highlighting the Renaissance stuff, because I missed Renaissance, the actual concert, and her actually doing some songs from there in one of her segments. I thought that was like superb. I was glad I got to get that feeling. I saw the voguing, Honey came out. It was really nice.
Right.
So I thought that was one of the like highlights for me. And then of course, like my favorite songs off the album, like Yaya, hearing Alligator Tears in person. Like, I mean, the girl is just a genius. I mean,
what can you say?
What can you say? What can you say?
It's just there.
Seriously. She's that girl. Been that, still that.
Well, shout out to Beyonce.
What about you? Because you talk about I had a long weekend. No, you had a long weekend. I mean, you've had a long week.
In what way?
Yeah, I mean, it started on like Wednesday or Tuesday. It actually started Tuesday after we recorded
Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been on dates. You've been on stranger dates.
Wow.
You've been on Stranger Things. You've been on.
Wow, we just putting it all out there.
Tell the people what's up.
Well, no, I mean, within the last week, since last episode, I did go on a virtual date. That was the first of our virtual dates. I actually have another virtual date with him tonight. And this kind of just works because his work schedule is kind of crazy. But it was great. It was interesting. We used ChatGPT to our advantage. She helped us answer some questions. We cooked tacos together and things like that. He doesn't know, but tonight I bought these cookies that he likes to really eat from Publix. So I'm baking while we're on the phone. It's like, surprise, I'm going to try it. And we're going to see if I like it. So that's tonight. And then Wednesday, I went on a event with Time Left, the app. So if you're not familiar, you go to my page, t.nail_. It's a whole reel about it. But basically, I signed up to eat dinner with 5 strangers, and it was an experience. 9 out of 10. I would definitely do it again. Just not right now. But yeah, that was my week. And then, of course, the girls had me outside spending money that I did not have. But shout out to the people. We had fun. My fabric got here today, so I'm getting ready for Beyonce starting tomorrow. So
did the girls have you outside, or did you have yourself outside spending money that you did not have?
I was at home. Okay, so Friday I did well.
Be throwing my friend under the bus, like he be dragging you outside. When actually,
Friday I stayed at home. I stayed at home Friday. Thursday for the holiday, I did meet some coworkers, and then one of my coworkers took me out, and baby, he had me at all the straight spots, but he paid for everything, so I didn't mind, and we went on. But then Saturday, I went to a little day event at my homeboy's house, and then of course the girls were like, "Oh, let's go to the woodshed." So guess what we do? We go to the
Go to the
woodshed. You can't
shed.
beat it. You can't beat it. $9 drinks, $5 entry. They pour it up. Shout out to the woodshed. And they got a food truck now. So when you leave out the woodshed, I got me a nice fresh fish plate. And baby, the food was so good, I was eating it in the Uber. If only the walls could talk. And then for Sunday, I just chilled out. I mean, that's what I had to do. But this weekend, I'm gonna be in Atlanta for Beyonce, and that's I am afraid of. But hey, we
Because baby, the girls are gonna be
persevere.
outside. The girls are gonna be outside
No, I'm
in
not.
Atlanta.
And I'm
I
also
mean,
trying to
not
get excited
necessarily
because
you,
we're like
but the
three.
girls in
We're,
general.
we're literally 3 weeks away from my birthday party, so I'm trying to get excited and get ready for that. But golly, G
Yeah.
Moses, the stuff doesn't stop to the TikTok talk. I'm over it.
I feel like we're like on the road all the way up until Labor Day. So just buckle your
I'm on the
seatbelt,
road.
babes.
I'm on the road forever at this point. It just never stops. Just I'm going back to bartending. I need some more money. Who knows? But that was my week. Like it was. So it's been a good time. I'm excited for tonight's episode, especially because we've been doing this for a minute. This is season 3, midways. We've had some great people, some well-known people. We've had some fun people. We've had some family members, even our moms. We've had, the gay dating coach Lamont, Frank in the City from DC. We've had the Fellows of USA. Last week we had Terrence. We had Tonkan Garcon. We've had Bayomi from Instagram, from House of West. We've had, oh my God, Ty from Petersburg. We've literally had a lot of people on here, but we somehow always knew them. And
Yeah.
tonight's episode, we have no affiliation with this person. And it's not a bad thing. I'm excited. I followed him for a while. Definitely been a supporter. I don't like to say fan, but a supporter of him for a minute. And I think it's just good we start talking about some things that people don't like to talk about and seeing people in different lights. So tonight, when we talk about Sex in the City, aka Thique in the City, it's only appropriate to have our guest tonight, who is he's known for his content creation in the early days, but in recent days, it's to be an artist from choreography to singing, producing. I'm learning a lot just from reading the bio and looking at his page. But nevertheless, tonight we have it up for Niko Love, who give it up bold, brilliant, and he is beautiful. So can we please get him to the stage, please? Because I am ready to start asking some questions. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Well,
Well, how
can't
are you?
complain. Welcome to the stage.
Welcome, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for tonight. Give me right if I'm wrong. You're in New York City, right?
No, I'm in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Florida. Florida is where you are. I don't know why I always give me New York a little bit. Florida, I won't forget that. You don't give me Florida, man, though. That's so interesting. Is that where you from?
I'm born and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida. Yes.
What? I gotta go to West Palm Beach because they don't look like them. Well, maybe because I be at Miami Gardens. There's a difference. There is a difference.
Oh yeah, that's the hood.
Not that's the hood. I'm weak.
West Palm Beach giving it up like they're tropical out there. I might gotta step into the island over there. But nevertheless, Niko, welcome to the stage. Please tell the people who you are, just a little bit about you, before we get into tonight's episode, so they can get familiar.
Okay. All right. Well, nice to meet everybody. My name is Niko Love. I'm 30 years old. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm a singer, actor, producer, director, choreographer, male entertainer, and then we can say content creator. I was doing a lot of those things before I guess, got known for content creating. Um, I actually started off at first as a male entertainer. I was dancing and everything like that in the clubs and stuff like that. Um, and then I was singing before that, like a little bit before that. I've been singing singing and dancing since I was like 7, 4, maybe like 5 years old. But yeah, that's been a big aspect of my life. And then acting came into play. You guys remember the show About Him? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I auditioned for the director for About Him. He originally wanted to put me on About Him season 2. This was when it was supposed to be the original cast before they made it like
Mm.
a series with new characters and stuff like that. Um, and I auditioned for him, and he was like, "Oh, this." He was like, I auditioned for him, and I also sung for him, and he was like, I really like you and I want to do something else with you. And then I told him about a series that I wrote when I was like probably like 15 or 16, something like that. I don't know. I ain't think nothing of it. And I wrote this series called Skins of Brothers. And I basically pitched the idea to him about the show. And he was like, I like it. And then we ran with it. And I think at that time, the porn star named Arquez had just auditioned for him or something like that at that time. So he played my best friend in the series, and that was filmed in like 2016, 2017, that those 2 years. Um,
Mm.
yeah, and then now and then I've released music. I was playing a singer on the show, and I had this big song from the show called Climax, which went like viral and stuff, etc., like that. And then now I'm doing I have a series out right now that I directed, edited,
Yes.
wrote, and etc. Like called 3 a.m. the series, which is like based off of a EP that I released in 2020, like the end of 2020, called 3 a.m. So and that's going really good. It's out on YouTube and everybody can check it out there. And we're actually releasing like a movie version of it this Friday. So yeah,
Oh wow.
on my YouTube. Yeah,
Okay, and this will be on YouTube.
yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Just put in
Okay.
Niko Love, and it's or 3 a.m. Niko Love, and it should pop up.
Okay. We definitely got to do that. Well, once again, welcome to the stage, and thank you for joining. But before we get started in tonight's conversation, we do have a ritual we do here, just to kind of get everybody warmed up and get you in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I will let my
Okay.
co-host Vonjay introduce tonight's segment and also start us off, baby. Where are we going to?
Yeah, so this segment is called I Don't Think You're Ready for This Jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Okay, so we're just going to ask you a couple of this or that
Mm-hmm.
questions, and then you can choose whichever one fits you best.
Okay.
And we're going to start off light, and then, we might get a little kinky towards the end.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so crop top and confidence or hoochie shorts and on hush mode.
I guess she shorts it on hush mode. I
Don't be
guess.
scared now.
I guess. A timeline thirst trap or a close friends chaos.
Probably a close friend chaos.
I don't really be doing that in my close friends. I need to start doing stuff for my close friends. Quick flight with Bay or a solo staycation with Vibes.
Mm, I don't have a base, so I'm gonna do the other one.
Okay.
You just gotta imagine if you did have a base.
Oh,
Sometimes you
well,
just
then
gotta
I'll
put that in
probably do
there.
a vacation with Bay if I had a base.
Okay. Hmm.
A sneaky leak in silence or a public bay with followers watching.
Um, I would say I'm all about PDA, so um if I'm dating someone, everybody's gonna know. Like I don't like
Mm-hmm.
that whole like under wrap shit. That's so like that seems very secretive, you know.
Hmm.
I'm gonna let
Understandable.
people know that I love you, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
on that.
Understandable. Tina, you go.
So, would you rather say morning wood or midnight cravings?
Midnight Cravings.
Mm. Would you rather see them in a wife beater with boxers or a shirt off with a chain?
Mm. Shirt off with a chain, I think.
Mm. Now, would you rather give them spit in their mouth or hold them afterwards?
Wait, what was the second one?
You want to spit in their mouth or do you want to just hold them afterwards?
I'll hold them afterwards.
Okay, not as kinky. Fair. All
Yeah.
right, so would you rather watch a studio scene production or phone in hand amateur freaky?
Phone in hand.
Mm. Block and move on, or would you rather mute them and monitor their page? Be honest.
Okay.
Right, right.
Let's take it
Okay.
too hard.
Okay. So to be fair, I don't block. I don't block people. I just feel like that's immature. So I
Mhm.
don't block people.
So you mute a monitor.
Well, I don't even do that either. But I just don't block people. But yeah,
Okay.
I guess. I guess. I mean, I still, like I'll check in every once in a while. Be like, hey, how you doing?
Mhm.
I
Okay,
don't. I
check
don't block
in.
people. Yeah.
And
How
last
you
but not
doing?
least, drums or flats.
Flats, of course.
Thank you.
Oh please, no one
Thank
wrong
you.
with a little drum. There's nothing wrong with a little
That was the
drum.
test. That was the test. Okay.
Well, Vonjay, I do want to ask you. You
Mm-mm.
don't get out. You don't get out of
Mm-mm.
this.
Mm-mm.
Now, for you, Vonjay,
Mm-hmm.
sneaky link in silence or public bay with followers watching.
Sneaky link in silence.
Very befitting. Would you would you rather give morning wood or midnight cravings?
I'll probably do Midnight Cravens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm a
Now,
late night
also,
girl.
are you giving the girls a crop top and confidence or hoochie shorts and hush?
Hoochie shorts and hush. I need you to see these
Hmm.
legs and just use your imagination.
Wowzers. That's why the girls got them big old leg tattoos. Got it.
What about you, babes? You over here asking us all these questions.
What's your question for me?
I think let me pull it up. Give me a second. Hold, please.
So you ain't
The one I
ready.
wanted to ask you was spit in the mouth,
Oh,
or hold you after. That's what I wanted to ask you. Yeah. I wanted to hear your answer on this one.
you know, it's gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
give hold me afterwards. I've been trying to see how kinky I am with that spit thing. That's a little too far for me.
You're not there yet.
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah.
babes. No, babes. Some of y'all be on some other stuff. No, babes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a trust beyond
Studio,
trust.
a studio scene production or phone in hand amateur. Freak nasty.
Ooh. Can I say in between? Because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I don't really like
Yeah.
amateur with the phone falling and the
Yeah.
music all loud and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I also don't really care for a script and music. All like I like that in between. Like professionalism, like
Yeah. It's like somebody's
J
recording
Knight.
for y'all, but it's
That kind
still
of
like.
vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got
Mm-hmm.
stabilizers and things. They really work it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm probably an amateur
That's
girl. I like amateur.
I can't do all that loud music and TV
Give me
playing
amateur.
and you in your little sister room with the pink bed. That turns me off, girl. Get out the kids' rooms.
Oh, wow.
I am
That is
screaming.
crazy.
I'm just being honest. The girls that are watching and listening, they will know.
I am hollering. But okay,
But
that's
no.
Are you ready for this jelly?
Well, great, great, great. Now I do know a little bit more about Niko now, so I don't know how I feel about this flat thing. I got to watch them people that like flats. They tend to be very selfish.
What's wrong with
Flats.
flats?
You always
Did
got to
you
make a
say that you
special order.
selfish?
They got to have a special order. Can I have flats, crispy, please? No, you
Well,
cannot.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I mean, I can eat both, but I like the flats more. I just feel like
Thank you.
it's less
Okay.
complicated than the
Mm,
actual one. Like, I mean, I like chicken wings, so like, I like the whole thing actually. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but if
yeah,
I
we
had
do
to
love a whole
choose,
wing.
Yeah.
that sounded like whole wing. You like a whole wing? Got
Woo!
you.
I know I'm a little Hawaiian era. Lammy taught us, and so did Michael from Deviant taught us. It's no one wrong being a slut. You could be a slut.
Okay. Own your slutness. Okay.
To all the people that are listening and watching, I'm drinking wine tonight, so I'll be pouring quite much often. Not as strong as
Yeah,
liquor, but
and you have me drinking wine too, and I don't even know what I'm
oh,
drinking.
how
So
cute! I'm drinking a sweet red. What you drinking?
a rosé.
Mm.
Oh,
My
how
cousin brought me
cute!
this. I don't know what it is. Rosetta. Rosé.
Oh, Rosetta no Stone. But no, nevertheless, Niko, thank you for playing. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I think it's time to get into
Of course.
conversation. And so I'm a person that just dives right in. I don't believe in easing into the questions. So
Of
Hmm.
course. Why not?
I
Buckle
think you
up.
forgot to tell him about the consensual space, not safe space. I think you forgot to tell him
Oh,
about that.
I forgot that.
Hmm.
I've been trying to do
Hmm.
that.
Give him the
Okay,
spiel
so
before we go into the
I
conversation.
always tell people this is not a safe space because I cannot determine what a safe space is for you. But this is a consensual
Mhm.
space. So if ever a question gets a little too rowdy for you, feel free to say pause. Not trying to answer that. Or you can
Okay.
dodge it. But if you dodge it, make sure I know you dodging it for a reason. Because otherwise, I'm gonna want to know the answer.
Okay. Okay. No, that's cool.
But that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. So when we talk about visibility and representation, I've always deem you as somebody that is one of the few left, because from my eyes, one of the few left content creators or entertainers or dancers that still practice a lot of safe sex in the industry. Um,
Yes.
I,
Yes.
that is a huge thing that sets you apart from a lot of people. So I did want to start the conversation off just about visibility and representation.
Mhm.
Like, what continues for you to do that? Like, how did that, is that a thing for you? Like, has anybody else brought that to your attention? Like, hey, you're the only one that does this, or you like, no, I'm not changing. This is just me.
Okay, so I've always been a very health conscious person. I'm also an activist. I've tested people for HIV, STDs, and etc. Um, and I think from seeing it firsthand, definitely made me a lot more conscious about like what goes on in our community as far as like how people do like a lot of free range stuff and they don't care. And my thing, like, I was like, I'm not gonna like when I first started doing content and stuff like that. Um, I was like, I'm not gonna be one of those people that just, just willy nilly and just, every content creator they're like, doing the nasty raw and stuff like that. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I think that it went against my whole like brand and person, like who
Hmm.
I am as a person.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and then like a lot of people don't know this, like before there was like OnlyFans, there was this app called Connect Pal or whatever. And it was pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing along the same lines. They had like, that, you know, both were pretty much the same. But like I think around the time I was doing that, OnlyFans actually sent me an email, like, and they was like, "Hey, we want you to come." Like, mind you, this is like before OnlyFans blew up and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And they sent me an email that was like, "Hey, we like your content. We want you to, you know, move over to us." And then I moved over to OnlyFans. And I mean, like, so in saying that, to bring it back full circle, I feel like my content has gotten me a long way as far as like
Yeah.
just being health conscious and et cetera, like that. Like always telling people, reminding people to get tested, and so I would
Awesome.
say that.
Yeah, I've always noticed that about you. But I mean, the question that I think now the nosy person want to know. Now, do you
Yeah.
always practice safely even when you date it, or is it just for content?
I actually, even if I'm dating, I practice safe.
Okay,
I mean,
that's fair.
I feel like everybody's had their like slip ups and stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
Hmm.
I think the most unsafe I've ever been was like, like it's like late and you want to
Yeah.
rub it on things and stuff like that. Yes. But it's actually like a lot. I think a lot of people don't understand the science that goes behind as far as like um contracting anything. Like it's a very like big playing field before you catch something.
Yeah,
So I mean, so
I got you. Well,
that's how.
that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
think it's
It definitely sets you
actually.
apart.
I was just saying, I think it's a plausible that you've like been in the industry for so long and been able to still stick to who you are, at the core, and that to me is commendable. So
Mhm.
Say
kudos
that
to
word
you.
again. Applausible. I got to put that in my dictionary. This girl always put words and things. It is applausible. I would have been like, I'm so proud of you for just doing that. But it is applausible for that.
Hmm.
Um, but nevertheless, no, that was one of my first questions I wanted to ask. But before we move any further,
Mhm.
I'm going to let Von J take a pin right here because we do have our second guest that Looks like he's making it and he's taking it. So, Von J, do you mind introducing our second guest for tonight so we can bring him on stage and we can really get this conversation jumping?
Of course. So, you ready? All right. Resuming. Our next guest is someone who is not chasing clout, but is deeply rooted in Atlanta's public health sphere. He's building networks, shaping HIV prevention via Gilead, and walking alongside the community. Welcome, policy powerhouse and advocate, and our friend, Abe, aka the Urban Intellect.
Hey, hey,
Hola.
There we
how's
are.
everyone doing?
Welcome to the show.
Good.
It
Welcome
feels
to the
I'm
stage.
smiling, because I'm just happy to be a part, to be amongst my brothers, so it feels good. I'm really proud of y'all, and I don't know what TJ has up his sleeve, so I'm also laughing because TJ I know him.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
You know him. You
I
definitely
just
know
know
him.
you.
Just prepare yourself.
I feel targeted, but I'm gonna let y'all have it for tonight. But no, welcome to the stage, Abraham. Abraham, meet Niko. Niko, of course, meet Abraham.
Nice
We
to
just
meet you.
started a conversation. Abraham, do you mind sharing who you are, what do you do, and what makes you a part of this podcast tonight for Thick in the
Yeah,
City?
so I am Abraham. I consider myself a public health entrepreneur, all things public health. Um, my work centers around community engagement, but really focus on the intersections of HIV prevention and sexual health, but on a broader aspect of advocacy and really around like making sure that community knows the importance of HIV prevention, especially black gay men. Black gay men are um, unfortunately being impacted by HIV at a higher rate. So just being able to create safe spaces, being that bridge between HIV science and also community. So I work for Gilead Sciences as the community liaison, but I'm not here representing Gilead. Let me just preface that. That is my job, but I'm here just at the core of me as a person who is in tune with community. I always say I'm of the community, in community, and just started at 18, and now I'm 32. I just turned 32 Saturday, and my work has
Mm.
always centered around HIV prevention and education.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the stage. And good segue to this next question I have for both of you, because we've heard what you do for work. And you guys work in both very bold industries, whether it's artistry, whether it's entertainment, whether it's health advocacy, whether it's volunteering. How did and how does your family react, cope, or how do they respond to what you both do? And has that evolved over the years as they've seen you do work and seen the profit of it?
Yes. So good question, TJ. When I first started HIV advocacy and prevention, I think it was new for my family. I'm from South Georgia, so where sexual health or even talking about sex can be taboo. But I think as they saw how passionate I was about it and how it had really taken me to like places that I probably would never been. Like I was able to go to Kampala, Uganda because of my HIV advocacy and research. So they was like, wow, you're really passionate about it. So they actually have aligned with messaging around HIV. I was telling my mom about the latest new HIV prevention. There's a bi-yearly subcutaneous injection that is now on the market. And I was talking to my mom about it. And she was like, wow, like she was really interested in learning more. So most of my friends and family are all on board around talking about sex, talking about PrEP, being sex positive, not being afraid to say like, what you like. If you don't like to use a condom, why? Do you know about doxypep? So all my friends, we talk, right? And I'm like, it's naturally that sex comes up in our conversations.
Mm. What about you, Niko? Because I would love to hear how this, because you do a lot of things.
Yeah, I do a lot of things. I think at that time when I started doing like I guess content and stuff like that, like keep in mind, you remember I told you I did like I was a male entertainer for like the longest before I even put out content or anything like that. And when I was doing that, like I mean, my mom have came to my shows and everything like that. So I mean,
Oh,
but at that time
wow.
I wasn't doing like the whole like I was just kind of like
Dancing, yeah.
male impersonator, like a like a drag queen, but like the other, like
Got you.
Hmm.
I think I forgot what they're called, like drag kings or something like that. Like
Hmm.
when you know like when you seduce the crowd, but you're like in a man form, you're not dressed up.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm familiar. I like
Yeah.
entertainment.
So I started doing that, and then my mom used to come to my shows, and then
Oh wow.
and I think after that, after that, like I started like keep in mind I started dancing when I was really really young, like well doing that the male presentation or whatever the case may be, very very young, and trying to wrap this back to the question. I'm sorry, um, and I think at that time like I think my nudes had got leaked onto Tumblr or something like that.
Ah,
So it was
that damn
listen,
tumbler.
it was
Ooh.
yo, it was a whole chaos. Like I remember like the school police had got involved because I was underage at the time when it happened.
Wow.
And so my mom, she found out kind of the hard way. But I mean, me and my mom like has had a great relationship. And then my stepdad also too, like God bless his soul, like they were very supportive. They were like, okay, we're sorry that this happened, and everything like that. And then when we got around to the whole like me performing at clubs, my mom has just been always like cautious about like just stay safe,
Yeah.
like that's all she's been worried about, like just being safe because I travel a lot like around to different states and I'm doing this and
Yeah.
it can get a little hectic, so
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
so I would
Okay.
say I would say she supports me, like my mom supports me, my family supports
And how old are you, Nico?
me. I'm 30.
Okay. Wow. Okay. The Young and the Restless are on stage tonight. How cute. Abraham, you had something you want to interject on?
Yeah, I want to ask Nico, like, safe. Like, how would you define safe? Like, the reason I'm asking because safe can be so subjective. So, what is safe to you when, like, and when your mom says, like, long as you're safe, like, what is safe?
Well, she was more so worried about like something happening to me, or
Okay.
like me getting, I'm a good looking guy or something like and like me somebody trying to take advantage of me, pretty much. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm very aware because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. So I
Woo.
never did those things. So like I've always been aware. Like when I was dancing in the club, I was aware, full alert. I understand what the hell was going on. So I was never out of the loop,
Hmm.
So I think that so she understood that aspect of it. She was just scared that something like of like any mother would be like they would be scared that
Yeah.
something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
I think that's pretty
I mean
common.
she
I've
did.
said that
I
before.
mean, she did have like a scare with me because like when I was 21, I got shot like because somebody tried to rob me. So I mean she dealt with it and like I mean that was a hard time for me too like um
Yeah.
so like imagine imagine being at like you like everything's that you want is like coming into fruition like like I told you my show had got picked up like this is around the time my show got picked up. We were filming and everything like that. I was recording music, so everything in my life is going great, like like living my best life. And then my dumbass decides to, well, not my dumbass, but my ass decides to be nice and just be a good citizen and like give
Yeah.
somebody I went to elementary school, like we went to elementary school together and I like gave him a ride um and next thing you know I got a gun pulled out on me and like we're in a car for like an hour in my car for an hour like going back and forth about this, like so I mean I think when that happened like I always think about it so I have like PTSD from it, like like think about like I would have been my mom's, knock on wood, I would have been my mom's first child like deceased if something like if like that event didn't go the way that it went. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
And like mind you, I've never been in any trouble, I've never been to jail, never nothing. So it would have been like so that's why I'm saying like we've come to a great place as far as like
Yeah.
just being
That
safe.
trust you have to build again too. Like That's a big
Yeah.
thing. Like, and I think, like I was saying, I believe that we've had these discussions on the podcast before. Even we had our moms on here for Mother's Day, and
Oh,
one
that's
thing
so
Von
sweet.
J and I talk about is our parents we coming out to our parents, or us kind of accepting with
Hmm.
them accepting our sexuality. And one of the biggest things I know my mom was fearful of was me being safe, and it was never safe as in like, oh, sex safe. It was more like, I don't want you to be somewhere and somebody try to rob you or beat you up, or because they just hate who you are. Or, and nowadays you don't even have to
Hmm.
be gay or anything. Child, they just hating on you for living life, or you looking like you doing something. People are so
Yeah.
complex by social media, and I
Hmm.
posted on my vacation, but bitch, that was in January. It's July. I ain't posting no vacation since. Why you think I got all this money? I just posted the vacation, and you think I'm rich? I put that shit on Klarna and Afterpay, and you think I got
Mhm.
Yeah.
money. But people see that and they start hating and everything, which kind of
That is true.
segues me into the conversation of, like, with both of your profession and even us now as podcasters, how do we manage visibility and representation in our community without being tokenized, like without being, you're that one, or you feel like you're always being watched? Like, how do we operate in community and culture without feeling like all eyes on me? Okay.
So transparent, I struggle with that. My job allows me to be very front facing and always kind of in community. So there's times when I do feel like I'm being watched, or like people are expecting me to behave a certain way. But I also understand like that at the core of me is a black person, a black gay man. So it's like how I show up is how I show up, and like
Mhm.
the community that I belong to is a part of me. So I can't shy away from community because of the fear of being too visible, or like what somebody will perceive me as, because I work at a corporate job that focuses on like HIV prevention. So because that's my work, it's my life, right? So the pro of it is that my work allows me to show up authentically me and be a part of community. The downside is sometimes is like within that, sometimes I don't want to show up as Abe the advocate or Abe the person that's about to talk about HIV. I just came to vibe. I came. I want to talk. You feel free to talk to me regularly. I want to hear all the all the stories about
Yeah.
sex that I
Right.
learned from community too. But
No,
there's times when
that's
people,
no. Now hold on, I'm gonna pause you there. Now, you don't want to hear
what you
about
about
that
to
stuff,
say?
because when I talk about
Uh,
sex, you be like, I don't want to hear my brother talk about no
I
sex.
don't want to
I
hear
don't want to
about
hear.
that.
but you're
And now
different,
you want to
TJ.
get over
But it's
here.
like I don't want it to be like I'm a safe space, right? So I don't want people to feel like I'm judgy or like But so sometimes I feel like people have a certain expectation when you work in HIV advocacy or prevention. It's like they don't feel like they can
Yeah.
talk. I'm like, no, I'm here.
Hmm.
I'm chill. I'm a chill vibe. I don't necessarily like. I can't have a good time. So that's the downside of it. It's like people expect their expectations may be false around because of the work that I do.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. And Mr. Nico.
I would say I think you just have to be really humble, very humble, and appreciative of like what you've done. And I feel like when I'm out, I try my best to I try my best to just be like in a good mood all the time. Like I mean, like there's people that have never seen like me not smiling,
Mm,
Um, so no matter what, I always have a smile on my face, and I try to just stay positive as it is. But also too, there's times like like there was a time where like I wouldn't say I'm not as big, but I feel like there was a time where I was like really really huge on social media, and like a lot of people expect a lot of things out of you as far as like when you go out and like when they see you, and then like getting asked to take pictures and do this and stuff like that. So it's like how do I stay humble and level headed, when like people are hyping me up. And I mean there's nothing to hype people up. Like
right.
we should probably do that a lot more.
Yeah.
um so I would say there's a lot of times where I want to blend in, like
Hmm.
um and I like for example, I don't really go out either. So when I do go out, it's very shocking. Like people like, why you out? You know, like, and
This
I'm
is
just like,
all
you know, I'm
shocking
just
me.
here
You
to
don't
have
drink, you
fun.
don't smoke, you don't go out. This is really, I'm taking it
But
all
that's
in.
the reason, probably the reason why he
You
don't go
know,
out. He don't drink or smoke. So there's no need to go out and be tempted to
I'm
drink or
in
smoke.
Yeah,
admiration.
exactly. I feel like also too, like I don't know, like keep in mind, like I said, like I started dancing when I was young. So I was in a club every Saturday
Oh no, I get
for
it. I get it.
like every Saturday for probably like 3, 4 years. Like, cause I started when I was like on the edge of 17, like
Yeah,
like
you
right
really
after.
sound illegal telling
Hmm.
us this, so I'm gonna have to talk about this
Yeah.
later because this sounds real crazy. With you in the clubs at 17 to 16,
But yeah,
you really trying
but yeah, we're
to
talking about.
slide it in there. You trying to slide it in like you was
Boy.
doing toddlers and tiaras at the club, but that's not what was going on. You really trying to make this real cute, and I'm like, okay,
I am weak.
she's trying to give Honey Boo Boo Child, but that's not what it was giving. It was giving Ebony Honey, and you really trying it
I was. But
because
yeah,
it
you know,
pays.
see, look,
I am
like,
so weak.
No,
I
I
was
get
just
it.
looking at one of the Diamond the Body interviews the other day, and she's from Florida as well. And she said she started
mhm.
dancing very early as well. And I was like, okay, maybe it's a Florida thing.
Oh,
We
it's
can
a
slide
Florida
it up under
thing.
there, but it's also might be. It also just might
Well,
be the culture, and we just don't know.
like, I mean,
They
at
won't do
that
that in
time, a
Virginia,
lot of
baby.
people, like, at that time, a lot of people were not like, if you had a fake ID, you was able to get in, you know. So
That's
True.
true.
like I had a fake ID at the age of, I think I got my first fake ID when I was like 16, 16,
Hmm.
15, something like that. And you know,
Oh,
I
you
was in
was
the club.
rolling.
I wanted to be, I feel like also too at that time, I wanted to be an adult so bad, you know, like,
Hmm.
I used to
Mm.
like, I used to lie about my age, like stuff that kids do, you know. So like, it's crazy because like now when I tell people like, oh, I'm 30, they be like, what the fuck? You know, they be gagging because they be like, you're 30. So-
You was 33 4 years ago. I was like, no.
no, I was supposed to be 30 like 20 years ago.
It's okay. Me and my friends joke all the time because I'm turning 30 in 3 weeks, and my friends that are
Uh,
older were like, "Bitch,
well,
we were
happy
saying you
early
were
birthday.
27. Thank you. Oh my god, that just made me feel so good on this. Happy early birthday. That's my 30th. But no, seriously, they was like, bitch, if we said you was 27, you was only 20 in DC. We was getting you in clubs at a young age in big cities. And if you did not know, me and Vonjay are from smaller cities and towns. So like
Uh-huh.
when I went to college and once I found my tribe, oh, I'm 20 and my girls are 35. They're 40. I'm with them. We're walking in the club together. I'm with them. And so they was like, bitch, you're finally 30. We were saying you was 27 for years on edge. So I
Years.
definitely get it. I just wasn't bold enough to be in the front of the crowd at underage. And that,
Yeah.
yeah. You was real, in the words of Thique Talk podcast, bold, brave, voluptuous. You doing it all, baby. It's a vibe. I gotta
Right.
give it to you. But I want to ask Von J because I don't get to ask you questions to that participate with our guests. As Thique Talk is evolving and we're watching it grow, how
Hmm.
do you feel like we remain individuals and not just Thique Talk podcasts?
How do I think we remain individuals? Because at the end of the day, we both are two totally opposites. Like, you're big and bold and in the front, and talking to everybody, while I'm just playing the back, scoping the scenery, seeing what's gonna go down. Very chill. So I mean, and also just being humble and being accessible. Like, we're very accessible. We don't think we're above anybody. Of course, we think highly of ourselves, but we don't necessarily think that we're above anybody else. We're going to continue to,
Yeah.
try to pave the way and move forward and push forward with this podcast. But yeah, just staying, like Niko said, staying humble, staying accessible, staying around, staying our down selves that we've always been. Will take us to the next level, of course.
Okay,
What
and
about
I
you?
totally agree with that statement. I
Hmm.
literally everything you're saying it does. I think for me, the flip side, and I'm sure Nico and Abraham can even relate as they are working in larger industries, in the community. You and I, Vaughn, we have more corporate jobs, like
Hmm.
that has nothing to do with the queer community or the
Right.
we
Hmm.
work in fields where we're working
It's
with
not a
white women
direct
and white
effect.
men, so it's not so. I'm noticing now with the podcast, it is a different social aspect now because I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
wait, I can't just be in a corner when they talk about stuff. I have to be a part of the conversation. I do have
Mm-hmm.
to be a part of this, or I do have to be around. And then some people do want to hear me speak, and I'm like, yeah, because I got a podcast. That's right. I forgot. So I do have those moments, even like going to New Orleans this year. I'm excited to go, but, you know, getting certain messages or even like the message we got about Dallas, like people are like, oh, well, we want you to come to the conference and possibly participate. Granted, I'm excited. I'm grateful for any offer people give, but it's also like, wait, we really doing this shit? And I would love to hear Niko and Abraham's point. Like, was there ever a moment in either one of your careers, whether it was your music or whether it was your public advocacy or whether it was your juicing business or whether it was content creating, you had a moment to be like, wait, bitch, am I really ready to put myself out there like this? That thousands, because social media is different now than 10 years ago. Well, Niko, you 30, so 14 years ago, it's different. So when you put yourself out there, it's out there. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bitch, this Douche the Dangerous video, I'm excited that it's getting numbers, but bitch, I'm like, if my grandma see that, I don't got time for her to ask me what the fuck
Mm-hmm.
this mean. I'm gonna fall
If that
out.
slide across to the local Facebook.
Yeah, you know what, TJ? It's funny because I do a lot of public speaking, and I remember my first my big public speaking gig was in Chicago at a plenary, which is like the main stage, and I did a talk around long acting injectables and HIV prevention. And when I got the email and they asked me to do it based off something I had written, like a news article, I was like, y'all want me to be on the main stage? Like, mind you, I had spoken on panels, but to be on the main stage at a national conference, that was what is my aha moment. Cause I was like, I don't know if I was prepared. Am I ready? But I actually enjoyed it. So I have a lot of aha moments. I'm like, like this is it me? And it's funny you mentioned juicing. Like for my juicing business, when I posted a video and someone reached out and said, "Hey, would you like to be a vendor at a sipping social for Black women?" I'm like, I'm just getting started, right? Listen, I'm just
Right.
running to I listen. Come on, we pause. Like I'm just
I'm
somebody
just
that
trying
like
to
health and
press
wellness. Like,
go.
yeah, you want me to be a vendor, and you gonna waive the vendor fee for me because you believe in my vision. I'm like, okay, wait. So it happens a lot, and I think it just shows to your brand, both you and Vaughn, even Niko is like people are watching all the time. So if I just can add, like, use your platform. I'm happy that we are having these discussions around using your voice for community because sometimes people are expecting things from us because some people are afraid to speak up around sex or around juice and health and wellness. So I love the fact that you are using your platform wisely.
Yeah. Niko, have you ever had an aha moment?
I've had a couple. I think the most like I have a couple. I have a couple. So for like singing, when I opened up for CC Peniston, that was that was kind of shocking. I was like, wait, I'm opening up for who? That was
Yeah.
shocking. That was shocking as hell. Acting wise, I think it's been more so by like fans. Like when fans was like, "Oh my god, I love your show," and like
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch your show when I was a kid and and everything like that.
Mhm.
And then because also at the time I was doing YouTube too, so I was like, it's like people were seeing me in like all aspect. I was trying to be like open as possible because I feel like that's a way that people would have been being able to like relate with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, and I think when it came to like when it came to like content creating and stuff like that, I think like when like a celebrity, like I won't say who, but they was like, "Oh yeah, I've jacked out to your videos a couple of times and stuff like that." And I was just like, "Wait."
Ooh.
I was a little shocked by that, but yeah. So I won't say who the celebrity is, but that was shocking. That was shocking.
Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay, over Shakova. You find me one of them
Mhm.
NFL players down there when they jacking off to the videos and you call me. You tell me which
I
one won on the
mean,
Big Mama.
You send him my way.
You
I
tell
mean,
me what game I
hey.
gotta show up to. I'm gonna say, Niko, I pay for the tickets, girl. You come along, get your popcorn, get your chips. Let's go, baby. We're sitting front and center. And I'm wearing my apple bottom jeans because I want to have a dairy yawn, honey. I got to go. But no, I'm just playing. I'm halfway playing. But no, seriously,
I'm weak.
I had to ask because I've definitely had some aha moments coming up. But I do want to talk about something. I'm able to say Abraham, your brother and mom, but I'm able to recognize Abraham. You are a thirst trap on Instagram. You are a chocolate delight for most of the boys. When you give your gym pictures,
Okay.
when you on water, the body is glistening. It's a thing, Niko. I have seen. I'm on my podcast. I don't care. I have seen you in and out, and I am so proud of you and everything that you stand for, and your prettiness, and your long hair, and your body down. Right? Love all that. How the hell do y'all bring up the topic of safe sex, protection, and health when y'all fucking?
Mm,
Or if it's like a hookup at that. Like, how does that happen?
mm,
Because I ain't good
I
at that.
think
I'm going to tell you now.
I mean I feel like it's a big it's not a big well maybe now it's not a big shocker, but like back then it was like a big shocker because I mean like I probably would have done, more collabs when I was doing content creating, and stuff like that if, I wasn't, doing the whole safe route, because like a lot of content creators are just not into that. They just don't,
Yeah.
they're not used to
Hell,
it,
people
with
ain't
me,
into that.
like, huh?
Folks ain't into that. The gays don't want to have no safe sex no more. Them girls taking shots
Exactly.
and pills
So,
every day.
You know
I
what? Can I say something about the word safe? I think it should be changed to healthy sex because I like that's why I asked you what is
Ooh,
safe because like
oh, okay, okay.
and that's something like in my role we kind of changed the narrative like around words like because what is safe to Nico or you TJ or you Vaughn may not
Might
be.
not be safe for somebody
Yeah,
else.
so it's like whatever is healthy. So if you using prep and you like
Mhm.
unprotected sex and that's safe to you, that's good. If you do your doxy every day and you like to go to sex parties and that's safe to you, then is that healthy to you? Then so be it. So I think like sometimes you just kind of safe can be so like, oh my god, I gotta have safe sex. It's
broad,
like it takes it. Yeah, it's like oh,
Yeah.
but I want to have healthy sex because I want to be
healthy
healthy, right?
sex.
So
mm-hmm.
yeah. So how do you have healthy conversations, right? And this is when you talk about health, you can talk about all things like when last time you went and checked for STIs. I think a lot of times the conversation
Mhm.
around HIV can be scary, but like STIs are like a lot easier for people to talk about because they're like, oh, have you been tested for STIs? Then from that way you be like, oh, let's talk about your HIV status. Are you on PrEP? Are you undetectable? I think that start to have a conversation, but I think it all depends on like how you frame it. If you coming in saying,
Yeah.
I want to have safe sex, I'm like, are you a doctor? Like, what you try? Like, literally, like it can be a turnoff. Like, I don't want. I want to have good, healthy sex. Yeah.
No,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
interesting. I don't know.
I
It's just
mean,
very
I
interesting to
mean,
Interesting.
me.
I've had that I mean, had that conversation come up obviously a lot. As far as like, I'll be like, hey, are you cool with condoms? And they're just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, okay,
Surprisingly, that's
well,
not unnormal. That's not abnormal. I feel like a lot
yeah,
of people
it's
have
not.
moved away from condoms.
If you do condoms, you can't be coming in here with no Astroglide. You gotta have some real lube. Them condoms need some real stuff. Don't come in here with no Vaseline with no condom. That is not the right chemical compound for back there. You gotta get you
Think
some
you about to
wet.
put
You
some
gotta get
spit
you,
back there.
yeah, get you some good stuff. Get you that naked. Get you something that's gonna be good with that condom. But you walking in here with Vaseline oil and that condom is not. That don't feel the best back there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling y'all from a bottom verse. Um,
And
y'all
you
know what it
shouldn't be
give.
using Vaseline with a condom anyway because it's gonna break the condom. So
That's what
if
they
they coming
said. You
on there
gotta
with
watch that.
Vaseline and oil, you need to say, wait, you need to ask them like we need to do a sex education 101 because that condom is
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna break.
Wait, we gonna say that before the sex.
If they come with condom and
They're not gonna be in the mood
Vaseline,
no more, Abraham. They're gonna be turned off.
Bitch, if a nigga if a nigga come over here and say that, I will
you
fall
ready to
out.
condom bust? But TJ, the condom is gonna bust, right? And then you're gonna stop and be depending on the person that may be worried
Who
if the
gonna
condom
stop?
busts, all of that. So get you out to take your
Who gonna stop?
doxycycline. You say
Who
you're
said
not gonna
that?
stop? Oh wow. Ain't nothing wrong with not stopping though, but you just got to be prepared for. Just take your doxycycline.
I think as I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten older, the conversations are easier to have because we're more mature. But it still be like I feel like you got to know what you're getting yourself into. Like if I'm getting on Grinder or Sniffies at 1 a.m.,
Mhm.
the conversation is going to be very light. It's going to be very like touch and
Mm-hmm.
go, as opposed to like
Mhm.
right now I'm dating, and so we are having conversations about that before we even step into the bedroom because that's just I feel like it's more serious. Like we really need to talk about this. But baby,
Yeah.
that if you get on the app and I get on the app and I got it in my category, feel free to ask me, and you don't ask me, ain't nothing for us to talk about.
Right. I think it's a joint responsibility too. And the reality is a lot of people don't have the conversations because of stigma around like if a person
Mm-hmm.
is living with HIV or if they do have like uh people do have STIs that are uncurable like herpes and if you ask some people don't want to be rejected. So I think the reality is a lot of people don't have those conversations, which is why it's important for people to just protect yourself. Like, so be on
Yeah.
your prep, take your doxy, go to the doctor every 3 months. If you know, so basically you have to protect yourself, right? Regardless of
Yeah.
above all things.
Yeah, I do have to be messy with this question for Niko because I'm curious now. If you were to have unprotected sex with any content creator right now, who would that
Hmm.
content creator be?
No, I was about to hit a nine.
I'm hollering.
Um, but you said if I had to choose, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I okay. Somebody I've never heard anything like reckless about or bad about. I mean, I just recently I did. I mean, like I haven't heard anything bad about them. And then also too, I met them just recently too. Raheem Shabazz, he was very nice in person.
Oh yes, we are
Mhm.
friends of Deviant who are friends of Raheem, so we love Raheem Shabazz. I wasn't expecting that answer. That's interesting.
Yeah. I actually just went.
Hmm.
Oh my god! I just actually speaking of deviant, I actually just went to one for the first time, and I was just like, So listen, I was in New York, and I didn't know what the
What
heck
did you
this was. I didn't know
wear?
what the heck. I think it was like cowboy themed or something like that, or something
Mm.
like that. But I didn't know what to expect when I went there. I didn't know what it was.
Mhm.
Right,
So when
right.
I went there,
Mhm.
like little old me were gagging. I was like, "Whoa, this is
Oh,
interesting."
What a
what did
time!
you?
I
What a time!
What was your
Mhm.
reaction to the first touch? I
well,
know the
somebody
boys
touched
touched.
me. Somebody touched me, and I
Hmm.
was just like, okay, like okay. So listen, I'm very shy in person. Like I'm very shy in person. So it's like when like especially like when I'm not dancing, like because I'm not like in like my whole like character. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
Hmm.
So like when I'm just like walking around and like that's what happened, I'm just be like, oh, okay, wow, okay. Um, listen, I didn't know what I didn't know
Really?
what I was stepping into. And then like I think there's just like the New York scene in general, because like I went to another club called Lambada. I think that's what it's
Oh,
called.
you went to Lambda Lounge, baby. You went to
No,
Lambda.
not the. It was the club. I believe
You talking about when they had the? You went for Pride.
it wasn't Pride. No, no, no. It was just like a
Oh,
regular. It was like a.
I didn't know if you went to the sex show one where they have sex in front of the people.
Oh no, no, no! I didn't go to that one. No, no, no! I didn't go to that one. But I went to. I just went, and they had this dark room, and I was like with two of my friends.
Oh.
I was like, y'all, let's go in there. Let's see what's in there. We go in there, and they're just like busting it wide open. I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy,
Now, what you went in that dark room for?
Whoa.
You know what that dark room was giving. Now, wait a minute.
No, I didn't. No, no, I promise you, I
What you
did
thought they was
not know. Like,
praying?
listen,
Mhm.
listen, listen. I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was another part of the club at first, and
Oh.
and I went back there, and then I left from back there. I was like, I, I was stuck.
Yeah, gag.
Now you are shy. You don't drink. You don't smoke. Oh my God! I'm trying to picture this. Now, how
Listen,
big are you? Well, what's your size? Wait, no. How tall are you? Let me
How? What's your
rephrase
height?
all that. What
Mhm.
is your height? Because that was crazy. Sorry. I know how big you are. No,
Wait a
I know how
minute
big.
now. Where is this going?
But no, how tall are you?
um, I'm 6 feet.
I'm trying to
Bigger,
remember if
bigger.
I ever saw you. Did you ever perform at Stadium for Meatloaf Saturday? Ever?
I have, yeah, a couple of
I'm
times.
trying to remember. Did I ever see you? Because back in that day, I was head over heels for what's his name, Daddy Cavenus. Oh, I just loved me some him back
No,
in his.
Mustang. It was Mustang.
It was Mustang too,
It was
yeah.
Mustang. You used to love a little Mustang.
But no,
Oh, you
Daddy
want to say
Corvinus,
Mustang?
I like Daddy Corvinus when he
What's
hit the stage
after?
because when Daddy
Mm-hmm.
came into the scene, he was one of us thicker people at that time.
Mhm.
He was very much homegrown country boy. It reminded me of back home. Like that's the man I should have had when I was in high school. He should have been on the basketball team. I could have been president of the SGA, and we would have been a power couple. And that was that. And then but that didn't give that. But no, I was just curious. Did I
Mm-hmm.
see? I'm trying to remember if I ever saw you perform there. I used to go all the time because I enjoy male entertainment. I think y'all are talented, the real
Mhm.
ones, the real ones. Let me be clear. I think the real ones are very talented. Y'all be doing all type of acrobats and swinging from chandeliers, and y'all be wearing all these clothes, and it's art and talent. I'm putting my
Mm-hmm.
ones
It
into it. I
is.
support. Now, if I'm not going
I'll
to
be
the
in
one where
all
all
them.
they do is grind on the floor, that's boring. But when they get to doing them acrobats and stuff, that's a gift. That's why I say I don't call some stuff that people do content. I call it artistry because I feel like it is an art. Like I don't care what nobody say. There's art to some of that stuff people are doing. I can't do it. My neighbor can't do it. You got to have a gift. But back to bring that full circle because you know I could chit chat about that stuff all day. When we talk about
Mhm.
Deviant, I know Abraham, you've had some affiliation with Deviant before. I don't. Have you been to a Deviant party?
No, I for work, but I never like actually been to a deviant party. Like I was
Like to
there.
go
Mm.
inside.
Yeah, I was there. My job had a booth there, so I was working. Yeah, so I don't.
So I have
Yeah,
to put on
so
my list
I'm
that
laughing because you said what, CJ?
the girls are going to Deviant in New Orleans. I got to put that on the list.
Oh, so similar to
Yeah.
Nico, I never been to a deviant. I don't know if it's my thing, because I don't like necessarily being touched. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people. I don't like being touched.
I will say
But I
most of
know,
the
like,
deviant
yeah, I see, like,
experiences
yeah,
I've
like,
been to,
yeah.
they're pretty consensual. Like if you tell somebody no thank you, usually it's like a no thank you. Now
Okay.
once you step in that dark room like Nico did, that dark room has a underlying consensual sign that you gotta know you going into that dark room. Now that's something different. Now you step into
No, you
blackness,
know.
that's on you, you know. That's like
I'm
when you're
weak.
watching a scary movie and the girl wanna go open a closet door that's rattling. You wanna go see what's behind the
Mm.
door. That's on you. But as far as
But I
the
do
actual
love
deviant
how
party,
set
it's
sizes
very expressive.
deviants are.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
very
I was saying,
expressive. It's very much like me being a bigger person. I used to go to Devens all the time. I like it because there's people of all different shapes, sizes, and tones. Just got it, letting it all hang out. I'm a girl that was propped and primmed, so I didn't let it all hang out. So don't go y'all go looking for no pictures for those of you listening. But I enjoy Deviant. It's very expressive. I'm also cool with them, and I think it's important to support things like this because oftentimes we hear about, oh, there's nowhere for me to go for this type, or where can I go with people not looking at me and judging me? A deviant party, they don't give a fuck what you got on and who you is. Come on through, get your
hmm
drink, honey. Do your thing. And I just feel like that's what Deviant gives. I'm excited they're also doing other branches of things, not just their parties, but game nights and socials and discussions. And Micah is gearing back up doing his podcast with Deviant. So I'm just excited for the brand overall. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's good that we have these different avenues that if I go out of town for something, I don't necessarily have to go to the party with sections and I got to put on my Louis and my Gucci and my Versace and I got to put this on. I can go to the party with my thong and my jock straps and corsets and have a good time with those girls, or I can go to the lounge. It's good that we have all those aspects. So I respect Deviant, but I think everybody should experience a Deviant party. Now, not to be shady, there are certain cities I would recommend going to for your first Deviant party because every city ain't gonna hit right away. Just saying.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But if your first Deviant in Atlanta, New York, LA, Texas, DC, Florida, she gonna bang. That's the party you want to go to. That DC Pride deviant, that's a nasty girl. That MLK in Atlanta, that's a nasty girl. That California Halloween, nasty girl. New York Pride Halloween, nasty girl. Texas for either their prides, it's a nasty girl. I gotta get into that Florida though. That's that Palm Beach. I gotta find me some Nikos down there because that Miami didn't give me what that Palm Beach gave. That's what I gotta get down there and try out. But no, it's very very expressive. So that's what I'll say about Deviant. And Vaughn, you never been to a Deviant, right?
No, I was supposed to go that last year, 2 years ago in New Orleans, but it was over capacity, so we didn't go.
Mm,
Yeah,
got
I
you.
was actually kind of excited that we didn't go because I was not prepared I didn't have
Oh, we're in
anything.
capacity. Like it was like packed, 2 pack.
Yeah,
Oh,
packed.
down
Yeah,
boots
they were
every
not
year
letting
in New
anybody else
Orleans.
in.
The girls want to. People want to have fun. What Whitney has, girl. That's not Whitney. So what she said? I want to dance with somebody. Ow. That's how I feel. But no,
TJ, are you
you
going
both touched
to? Are you
what?
going to the one in Atlanta like this weekend? If they, I think
No,
have
because
Cabo
they're
Flava.
having this. They're no, because they're
Okay.
having the rodeo tour next weekend in Charlotte for Charlotte Pride. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go support them while they're in Charlotte and support the girls that are partnering with them. So when I come to Atlanta, it's very much we do have a house party to go to Saturday. Surprise. Um, but anywho, you both touched on this, and I want to get into your dating lives. Nico, I heard you're single, so I'll have to take you out when I get there to Florida, show you a great time, show you what a big mama could do. Abraham, are you single? Is this thing on? We see you smiling. We just want to know the answer. Are you single?
Question, please.
It's complicated.
I, you're involved, is what we're saying.
Next question,
Next
please.
question, please.
Okay, the girls are dating. I mean, well, that wasn't the next question. The question was going to be, how has your careers and everything affected your dating life? Would love to know.
I'm super busy. I feel like most of the time I'm a workaholic. Like I work a lot.
hmm
So with working a lot, it's hard to and my communication is horrible.
Mm.
It is. Even as a friends, it's horrible. So I'm confused. How are you planning to maintain
I'm
your
getting better. That's
situation?
one of my goals for 32 is to be a better communicator.
hmm I like that about you.
Mm.
Goals. What about you, Nico?
Um, my dating life, I feel like it's complicated because I feel like there's different pools of guys that like
hmm
I guess try to pursue me. Like there's like the clout chasers
hmm
that like see I have clout and they be like, oh okay, yeah, I know I'm finna, like I know I'm finna come up on Instagram and then
Yeah.
or whatever. And then there's the guys that like they're trying to like I guess use me for money or some bullshit. Like
hmm
like and I'm not no paymaster, so you're not getting anything out of it. So yeah, that's not
hmm
happening. And then I have some, like some that like cold-heartedly want to get to know me, and I'm all for it. And then you have some that like that have the sexual desire, like just like the fantasy of like having sex with me, and then you have some people that like really, really want to get to know me, but they're not personally my type.
hmm
So
Mm.
it's like a wide pool. So I mean, and then like I feel like I've gotten to this stage like where I'm at now, like where like I date to marry. So I don't really date to like play around, because I'm getting old.
hmm Yeah.
And
You want
like
to
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoy the person that you're dating. Yeah.
exactly like
Understand.
like recently I did date somebody and like they were younger than me, and like I feel like I tried to show them something different than what they were used to, and I think they just didn't appreciate that, and which is their loss,
Now, how
because
much younger?
like
How much younger were they? How much younger were they? Spill tea.
they were like 24, 25, something like that.
Oh,
hmm That's not too bad. You're only
threshold.
30.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, like I mean,
I always fuss at the girls. No, 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 no. There is a threshold number, and I think 25 and under is a no go for us. You can have sex with them, but I don't think relationships are it. I feel like 25 and under, it's just something about that.
It's a case by case basis.
Girl, you
it's
always say that,
okay,
and
yeah,
all the
because I
cases
feel like
No
fail.
YNs
because
for you.
I'm not gonna lie, I've met some guys that were younger than me and they were mature for their age, like, and I'm just like, damn, you're very
hmm
mature and like you have a good head on your shoulders for
But look
your
how you
age.
said for their age, though. But for their age. But we're not talking for
Yeah.
their age. I think we were all mature. Listen to how you talk, and I know Von J and Abraham for a while. I think we were all mature for our age. But I can say for myself, at 24, ain't had no business dating nobody at 30 that was a real 30. And I feel like you all are real 30. Like in your bag, in your careers, with your no,
Mhm.
no, he was gonna have to raise a man. Regardless, even though we were
I
mature, that is
mean,
a
it
very
was.
vulnerable age.
Mhm. I mean, I feel like the last guy that I dated, like he was cool. Like everything was great. It was just like I think he wanted me to be a lot more like freakier than than I actually am. And also too, like when we went like started talking, like I was like, okay, well, like I didn't want to have sex with him. I was just like, I'm just kind of just see where this goes. Like I want to see where this boy's head at, because like I know like if I fuck him, I might fuck his mind up. But I just like want to see where it would go, and see where it goes. So we took it slowly, and everything was going good. It was just like there was something that happened, and like I found out something, and I feel like that kind of ruined us, I guess you could say, whatever the case may be.
Mm.
But like also too, when I was 20 or 2015, so when I was like 19 or like yeah 19 20, like I was with somebody for 4 years and I was about to get married. So I mean like it's yeah, it's a
But you also
crazy
started
it's a
being an
crazy
adult at 16, so that was a little different. You started living life as an
yes.
adult at 16.
Yes, I was, like shit, like younger than that. Like I was like 14 saying I was like this was when like MySpace was like popping. Like I used to say like I think I was saying like I was 21 or 23 or something like
Oh,
that.
you've
Like
been always trying to be grown.
listen, I have such a funny story about like I was dating this one boy and he was 18 and I think I was like 20, like maybe like 22 at the time. 22, yeah. 22 at the time. And like he used to sneak out of his house to come chill with me. and and his like it was like one instance like I guess he had like his dad found out, or like his dad made him mad or something like that. He was like, oh, he wants to get away, so he was just like at my house, and like police got involved and stuff like that, and like his dad was like saying that, oh, Niko is like 30 something, and I'm like, wait, what? Because I forgot there are still like, listen, there are still like some profiles that have like
How
me
old you
with
are.
that fake age, So like,
Yeah, I definitely
yeah,
did not know you were this young. I definitely didn't know you were this young.
it
That
was a
shocked me.
mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was
Wow.
a mess.
Well, interesting enough, you are making my segues super easy here because when we talk about dating and when we talk about careers and things like that and how that affected you, I also am curious to know, hmm, how do you know if someone is dating you for you and not dating you for what you have?
I don't know. I don't date, so I don't know.
Okay.
And also, I've also come to the conclusion, like with being a corporate girly, that I'm probably gonna make more than whoever I date. So I'm sure they will be probably excited about some of the things that I have, or it doesn't mean that they want my stuff or want me to give them the things that I have. It's more so like, oh, I have someone that can do this, so maybe I can strive to do better or strive to get into that space where I can do those things. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not in that dating phase right now, so I don't really care about those things.
You outside.
I'm outside. We
Yeah,
having the
but it's
time. You're hoping that you attract the type of person that you are. Like you hoping that your energy is attracting those type of people that like we said. Sometimes people be just they want your energy, so they're gonna come at you because of the type of energy you have. And then there's people that just enjoy that energy that you have as well, and they're gonna come and attract to you because they have the same type of energy. But some people just want to vulture off of your energy as well. So it's like you said, just a learning lesson. Like you just have to kind of notate those red flags. Take it with a grain of salt if you want to keep going, or just be like, yeah, that's not for me. It's not
Been
for
there,
me.
done that. I won't go back no more. But no, now I'm gonna flip the question on y'all because this is T. I forgot to ask this last week with our guest. Have y'all ever been with somebody for what they have or who they knew? Now, don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever worked the set? You knew you was working the set. I might not be interested in him like that, but I do
Mhm.
need such and such, or I mean, I know he gonna do such and such. Have y'all ever done that before?
So, I mean, I have a couple times. I mean, because I've like,
Hmm.
I have. Like, also too, I mean, we're gonna throw a window. So, I had I guess you could say like a sugar daddy. I guess you could say like
Mm.
a
Hmm.
sugar daddy. I mean, I never did anything with him, but he was like, he was like on his shit. Like he was a movie director, so
Oh,
like
nice.
he was like doing amazing, like big ass house. Like everything was just going good for him. I was just like, damn, like I wish this was my life,
Hmm.
So even though I wasn't like physically attracted to him, but he was a great person. Like he was a great person,
Mm.
and like he like had a lot going on for himself, and he had a lot of connections, and he was like, but also too, I never asked about any of the connections. He was like, oh yeah, I can set you up a meeting with this person and this person. So not Tyler Perry. No, it wasn't Tyler Perry. No, it wasn't Tyler Perry. Listen, if it was Tyler Perry, listen.
Don't let me see you on the Shade
I
Room
Not
tomorrow for a
Tyler.
lawsuit. Don't let me see you on the Shade Room tomorrow suing Tyler Perry
Yeah, no,
Studios.
it was not Tyler Perry. I can confirm it was not Tyler Perry.
That's
But
fair.
that's no here though.
Hmm. I
Every
have gotten
time.
into plenty of Atlanta clubs because TJ had to suck it up and talk to such one of his escapades from back in the day, and he's still one of our good Judies though. Like he knows both of us. Like he went to school with us, so like
I didn't
he's
even
still
think about
one of our
that.
good friends. But him and TJ used to have a little rendezvous back in the day, so we always let TJ do the talking.
Oh, I
I,
want to know who
yeah.
you is, TJ. I ask you later though.
No, you gonna fall out. You gonna fall out because you feel like this is your type, but that was my boo at one time. But then the girls get too crazy, so no. But no,
Mm,
seriously. But I do want to ask this question because we're coming to a lot of the ending of the questions. I can't have y'all all night. I do want to ask
Hmm.
you, Niko, for specific. Oh God, in
Specifically.
particular,
Hmm.
nope. In
Hmm.
particular, I do want to ask you this, because of course people know you from content, people know you from dancing, but people really are starting to get to know you for acting and singing. What's one thing you wish people were able to see more of about you, or do you wish that they would not have a misconception about you about?
let's see.
Hate to make the boys think so hard this late at night.
I would say I would honestly say like I mean I feel like I've had a good chance at separating the two. Um, but like and then also too like my personal life. I also had a good job at differentiating Niko Love from my real who I am outside of
Hmm.
that. And I always have to tell people that like Niko Love is a brand. That is something I sell to people. That is, that's what it is. Like it's a brand. It's in itself. It's like although it is a part of me, it's not me. If that
Hmm.
makes sense. So I mean, I would say just ah, I would say just that. There you go. Because I can't really like say like there's been like a thing that because I feel like a lot of people have no like because a lot like I said a lot of people know me for different things.
Hmm.
Like when I like get seen out like people recognize me from being on the show Climax more than they do for content. If that makes sense.
Nice.
Hmm.
So
Love that.
like it's a few individuals that know like it's like I'm not a few, but like it's a good handful that know me. They're like, oh yeah, you do, this and this and that. You do OF and stuff like that. But it's like I said, like been in contact with a couple of different people that know me for different reasons.
Hmm.
more than content. If that
Nice.
makes sense.
Now, if
Yeah, I
somebody's
think I
new
was
to,
introduced to you through
oh,
YouTube. I believe. I think I was when you used to do
really?
YouTube. Yeah.
Yes, I did used to
I
do
used to be used
YouTube.
to, I used to watch YouTube a lot, and I used to had a
Yeah,
couple of
you
people
did.
that I was like, watching frequently. So
Yeah,
yeah, I was introduced to you through that.
What Nico was
yeah. I
talking
used
about
to
on
do
there?
like
It was like vlogging, so
I
like
used to talk about a
everything.
lot of things. I was
Hmm
like I feel like I was an actual like gay creator on there. Like I definitely like I did story times. I talked about a bunch of different
hmm
things.
Oh,
I talked about what
nice.
got me into dancing, and I talked about my first time getting shot, being first time bottoming, first time topping,
hmm
tips for tops, tips for bottoms. Like I used to do a lot of things on there, but I feel like but that was like before my YouTube channel got deleted, and
Oh,
like I had it is crazy because I worked that YouTube up. Like I used to post videos every Tuesday, and then also too like
wow.
those videos that I was posting, I was making them from my phone. Like I was
hmm
Hmm.
this phone right here. I used to make this is like a 10x, but I used
I
to
gotta
make
say,
them on
what
this
year
phone.
is
And
that?
it's old as hell. Listen, I just upgraded actually, like literally probably like 3 weeks ago. So
Wait,
I had this phone.
now I'm curious. Short version. What's your tip for tops and what's your tip for bottoms? Because you forgot the verses, and y'all gonna stop doing that.
Well, no, I mean, I feel like okay, so I don't think I gave like a tip silver. I didn't get to get
No,
there
because nobody
because I
care
was
about
going to
verses.
do. I was going
Nobody
to.
care about us.
No, no, no. I mean, I'm a verse top, but I mean, I was about to do a video about it, but obviously YouTube got deleted or whatever. Because I mean, at that time, that was around the time like YouTube was changing their policies and everything like
hmm
that. So like a lot of things that I was saying was a little too controversial, and then also too like
Mm.
a lot of people don't know like I have. Well, I'll say what my minor is in. Well, I have a minor in political science, so
Oh, nice. Me
like
too.
I was very political at the time, so I was talking about a bunch of shit that probably wasn't the best things to be talking about, like on there, on that
hmm
platform, because YouTube was like at that time getting like they're very stingy with the monetization. Wait, yeah, monetization and everything. They were just a little bit more stricter, with everything. So they were oh, you gotta, this is how it has to be done. And um, and at that time I had like a bunch, like I said, I had an abundance of content on there, like probably
hmm
over 900 videos on there. So, mind you, and I started that channel in 2009 and it got deleted in 20 and like maybe 18 19, 18 19.
Mm.
mm
Also, wow. So 10
And
years gone.
yeah, no way, that's more than 10 years. 2009 is when I started.
hmm
2009. And I think also too like I remember why it got deleted. Like because I posted like we were about to film season 2 for Climax, and I posted like a preview or something like that. And like my
It was
character
too
in the
much.
second season, like I think it was just too much. Like I think it was like just too much for
You
YouTube or
got up on
whatever.
YouTube with all your
But
ass out and your body out, and the girl said X marks the spot, and that's what it was. Because I didn't even get into how you carrying all that wagon back there, but I know.
well, I had because my character in the new season, like we filmed some of it, but we just didn't finish it. So like we just never fruition, like it never just went fully through. But the season was written and everything. Like my character, like he was still a singer. Like he was originally in Miami, and now he moved to Atlanta. So now he was like trying to pursue his singing dreams in Atlanta, and so he was in Atlanta, and like he gets into the world of like the first season. My character got into the world of escorting, and then the second
Mm.
season, my character was going to get into the world of scripting. Like, so it was a little, I guess it was just a little too out there for
A
YouTube.
little too
Yeah,
vulgar
yeah,
for YouTube.
But I'm
yeah.
just like, I just seen like, it's just crazy to me because I just seen somebody whole fucking asshole
Oh, it's different
on
now. It's
hmm
different. It's different now.
No, no,
The
no, no,
girls
no.
do a
I
lot of
mean, like,
things.
because they were like, it was for educational purposes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that
hmm
makes no fucking sense. Like, but you want to delete somebody's channel, like, When you could have
I
just gave
wonder
me a
if you could
strike.
get it back. I was gonna say, I wonder if you could get it back.
Yeah, you might
No,
can
I
get it
can't
back
get it back.
though.
I tried to get it back, and that's
What?
it.
Wow.
Wait, so
I
I never got
tried.
the answer. What was your tips for tops and bottoms, real quick? Make it short. What was your
Oh,
tips?
my tip. One of my tips, I think I said in the video for tops, is like make sure you have the right lube. I think I did say that. I did definitely mention
See,
that. Like, I mean, like everybody has their strokes for folks. Like some people like the baby oil gel. Some people like Vaseline. Some people like coconut oil. Um, what else they add like actual lube and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel like I think one of the tips I said was like just make sure to know what your bottom is comfortable with.
oh, that's sweet.
Like make sure
Very sweet.
yeah, make sure you know what your bottom is comfortable with. Like I know when I bottom, I want something like I hate watery substances, so like I want something with a little bit of friction, because like I just feel like when it's too watery, it's just like it's not as fun.
And just fall
But
on out.
yeah, and then when I top, the same thing. Like I like the friction. I don't like it to just be so like just like
Hmm.
Got you.
yeah.
Understood. Understood. We love to hear it. Top versus top. Okay, that's pretty popular
And then
lately.
tip for bottom, just make sure um don't over douche. I think that's what I said. I think that's one of the main tips. Don't over douche.
Oh, that's a lesson in itself. We could talk about that for 2 hours.
It is.
You
It
got to be
is.
careful
I
with that
definitely have
stuff.
done that before.
Cause
For
Really?
sure,
like
for sure.
you
And you
over
gave
When I
your
was
douche, like
in college, child, and that shit hurt so
you
bad.
gave yourself a
yeah,
colonic.
you can make it work. Like you can make it like I think a lot of people think like how the body a nano like how the body works is like you don't want to put too much water. Like you don't want to put so much water in you that it's going into the actual hole that you poop comes from. You get what I
Hmm.
mean? So like yeah. People they put too much water in there and or the
Yeah.
solution and that's
Oh, not the
why they can
solution.
never be
Ooh.
the solution, yeah. The solution you should never be putting that shit
No,
in.
you need to
Like, I
dump that
mean,
Never.
out. Dump that out. Dump that out. If you girls want to be on
listen.
fire, use it. But that is not to be used up there. That is not for us. Only the
No,
bottom.
I'm talking about like the enema, like the
No, I
actual enema
know.
bottles.
No, we don't use a solution.
Like
No, we don't use that.
I
Uh-uh.
mean, so if I when I'm cleaning out,
A
I'll
little bit
pour
of
most of the solution out. Like I'll pour like a good handful of it out. It'll probably be like this much left in it, and then I'll put water, and then that'll be like the
Woo.
first, yeah.
Yep. You got a
Because it's
high
not that
pain
well.
tolerance.
The solution is just like I like what's that shit
Saline.
called? It's like just saline. Yeah,
Saline.
it's like purified water.
hmm
No, it ain't.
So
That ain't what no
like
saline is. They got some stuff in there. That's a saline is. Saline got some stuff in there. I can't do that saline
which is
now,
why
babes.
hmm
and it's crazy because like doctors will be like, oh, it's bad to like dish yourself out or clean yourself out. But I think a lot of the doctors are assuming that we're using the
The
saline
My
every
doctor ain't
time we
say
clean
that.
up. You get what I mean?
Yeah, my doctor didn't tell me that. My doctor said don't overdo it though. I definitely he has told me that. And my doctor's a black straight male, and shout out to him for being so sexually educated. But
Hmm.
yeah, but I like them tips. Love that for you. Thank you.
I don't
Abraham,
know
I
many
have not.
tops that's toting around, lube, but
Yeah, when you get to my house, the lube that's here is the lube that's here. Shout out to Wet Platinum,
yeah, I'm
Platinum
gonna be
Wet.
prepared for you just in case.
Yeah. Nico, I do want to allow you something we haven't done in a while. We've
Okay.
asked you a lot of questions tonight. I mean, before we jump to our trivia game, we will allow people to do two things. Number one, I'm gonna allow you to do is you have to ask the host of tonight's show any question you would like to ask, and whether it's individual or the same question to both of us. We'll allow you this time to ask us anything you'd like to know about us or Thique Talk podcast, or us individually.
Hmm.
And then the second part
Okay,
is we'll allow
so
you to address our
question.
audience.
Question. Let's see. For both of you guys, has there ever been a time where you've like been like you were being sexually active with somebody and having happy fun time with somebody and like their breath like hits you, and you're just like, oh girl, I regret this. Instantly.
No, that has never happened to me. Thankfully, Jesus Christ, I will be like, okay, I gotta go. This has to
I've
end
never
right
had
now.
breath, but I've had two
Oh,
nightmare stories. One nightmare story: this boy was over at my house. This is like a year or two ago, and his
Hmm.
feet stank so bad, and I did
Oh
not realize
no.
it until we started having intercourse because once he had took his shoes off, the room got hot, and when the room got hot, the funk started moving, and I was like, "Yo, what is that smell?" It was his feet,
Not
and I
feet.
was disgusted. And I faked the orgasm so fast to end that session. I said, "Ooh, I nutted already. I can't keep going. I couldn't do it.
I've
It
done that a couple
stinks.
times.
I'm weak.
wow.
I am weak.
I've
Yeah,
done
it
it a couple
stinks so
times.
bad. I couldn't do it. And then the second time, this boy wanted me to go downtown on him. And before I even got to the stomach, I said, "Oh, babes, you got to go home. It smelled right pissy down here. I don't know what's going
Mm.
on. You got to go." And very
Mm.
handsome. He was very handsome, very charming, drove a
Oh,
nice car, nice clothes. And I said, "What happened?
yeah.
That didn't pass along.
Mm-mm.
How you come in
They the
here
people.
looking
They
like
the people
six?
that need to wipe up. Like you
I
need to
don't.
wipe up, sir.
How old did you
You
have?
need to
No, it smelled like them
wipe
underwear
that
were on
D a
for
little bit before you come
days.
over here trying to
No,
underwear on for days is crazy.
and I will fake a moment in a heartbeat to end the session because I'm not good at the whole just stop. That I feel like that put me in danger. Molly, you in danger, girl. I just be like,
Mm.
oh, I'm done. I can't keep going because I just
Hmm.
this is it. I can't do it. But no, I ain't never had no
Mm.
breath though. That breath will be. I probably got to tell him about that. Your breath
I
stink.
had to get out of there.
I'm gonna have to tell
Hmm.
you about that because I know you taste it. That's one thing I know you can
You
taste.
have
You
to.
taste
You
that
can taste
breath.
when your mouth is a little tired. You can
Oh yeah,
definitely taste when
girl.
your mouth is a
Why
little
used to direct them choirs on Sundays? I know my breath was tired after that third song.
tired.
I got to get a mint. I can taste it. It tastes like church. No.
Tastes like
Abraham.
church.
Yeah, you know. Yeah,
You know,
after
I'm
two, three
sorry,
services, honey, you gotta get
my
you some
connection kept
teeth.
messing up.
It's okay. We make it
Mm.
work. You still look good. We were just wrapping up our session. I wanted to ask you, Abraham, for you, what is one thing you wish people didn't have a misconception about you or your career about? Like what's the one thing you wish people like knew more of you or didn't just assume?
Wow. I think people may perceive that I can be kind of like, dang, this is a tough question, CJ. Why would you ask this? I gotta think
Okay,
about it.
first of all,
Like,
let's go into that's the record straight. For those of you who are watching, listening, TJ is my real nickname. My friends have not learned difference in platforms. Nico, I hope your friends know the better. But my friends, they have not adjusted yet. And I'd be like, bitch, it's T Nail when we're on stage, okay?
you
Get
have
with the
said
motherfucking
Abraham
program.
like so many times. I'm like, oh, so
He did. He did say Abraham a lot of
Well,
times.
she
I'm
keep
talking
calling me
about
TJ. I'm gonna follow up with the same energy.
yeah.
Hmm.
But
All right,
T-Nail,
Big Abe. I
I
got you,
think
Big Abe.
yes, misconception could be probably that people. I don't know if people think that I am. I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard one, TJ. I always would like to have an answer, but a misconception. It could be that I'm stuck up. You think people think I'm stuck up, T-Nail? I don't know. You're around me more. What
No,
do you think people think of me?
I think a big perception. I think a big misconception about you, Abraham Abe, is that you are this sexual being, and they do not know. This girl is so vanilla. It's so sad. It's
Oh,
so
I'm listening.
sad.
I'm a
The boys would really
listen,
be
listen,
like,
All
listen
right.
"Ooh,"
to
they be like, "Ooh,
Now
tell
he's
your
trying to
friend
call
Abe
you
hit me up."
vanilla.
I'm just saying, compared to what
Wow,
people
TJ.
think,
But
and
you
even
know
like
what?
Nico kind of said, like people think that they just wild beings
These
because they are.
hypersexual,
Yeah,
yeah.
they perfect word, Vaughn. Thank you for that. They believe that you guys are hypersexual, and I believe learning Nico tonight and also knowing Abe, like it's way more behind the person. Like it ain't like when I want to see, I'm just ready to stick it in. Like, whoa, calm down, baby.
No. So
Let's
you
get
know
to know
what?
one
I
another.
am literally like, to that point, TJ, I think I am a nerd at heart. I'm a lover boy. I like to do adventurous stuff. I'm not hypersexual. Like even Liz, TJ T Nail knows it's like some things that he says, I'm like, oh my God, T Nail, why did you say that? Even tonight I was like, whoa. So like I'm not a prude. but I'm also like a person that's like I'm semi-conservative. Like literally, I'm a semi-conservative. I got it in me, but I'm like I don't lead with that. Like I'm literally like a
He says
very
semi-conservative.
kind of semi-conservative. Yeah, good. Thanks for
Mm-hmm.
pulling it out, TJ. Yeah, I'm a little bit of semi-conservative.
And also, to wrap up your portion, we allow Niko and we'll allow you, Abe, to ask myself and Vanja. You can either ask us an individual question or something you want to know about the podcast, something you want to know about us, anything you like to ask at this moment.
Oh, I like this question. Are you dating? And how's it
Who?
going if you are dating?
You?
And I got one for you too, Vaughn.
Who, Vaughn?
No,
I
this
was
is for
talking
you,
to you,
T now.
T-Now.
No, T-Nell is actively dating. I'm in my dating era. I'm about to be 30. Excuse me, I'm not declining no invites unless you're just a bad person. I think it's important and healthy that I start dating because I haven't been. It's also helping my self esteem. I've lost some weight. I'm trying to get to where I want to go, and I think dating is healthy. And as I'm getting older, and I think this 30, I'm starting to notice that men are less pretentious a little bit now, and so dating is becoming more, just easier. And I can tell a lot of men that I'm meeting, like, I'm not necessarily like, just because we're on a date don't mean I'm about to be clingy to you and this is the end all be all. No, I just want to get to know more about you. That's what a date is. It's not to say I'm gonna marry you tomorrow. Like, I literally think you're handsome. I think you're sweet. And I want to
I
just
want to
hang
get
hang
to know
out,
you.
and it's not
Mm-hmm.
just let's go to the movies and sit in a dark room for 2 hours. No, let's go on an activity. Let's go to beat the bomb or axe throwing, or let's go figure out how to get out the room, or let's go to the gun range. Let's go do something fun where we can just because I also wanted people to realize that dating doesn't always have to be about I'm with this person. It's just I'm with someone doing a new experience. I'm just want to try
Mm-hmm.
something new, and I would like for you to come along. So that's I'm dating. I'm gonna take Niko out when I come to West Palm. We're gonna go somewhere in West Palm, and I'm gonna take him out.
Let's keep going.
And I'm gonna have the girls drooling because I'm gonna say I gotta be a 6 foot pretty hair man going to brunch.
I am hollering.
But no, seriously, I am dating. I'm happily
That was
dating.
a safe answer.
What? What? No, how was that safe, bitch?
I'm just playing.
I'm dating. I am.
The girls are dating, honey. Okay.
All right, guys. As we wrap up our episode of Thick in the City, Niko, you have been nothing but a pleasure, and it's crazy because I never feel
Oh,
like
thank you.
this hour or hour and a half is enough. Like, I want to know more now. I want to so just know this isn't the last time you
Mm-hmm.
see of us. You'll see us
Of
around,
course,
of
no.
course, and then when me and you go out on our date, we'll record that whole thing and let the people see that, and then we'll do another
I'm
episode
down.
about it. But no, seriously, thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part.
No, it's a
And I
pleasure.
respect
I
you.
appreciate what you guys are doing. No, that
Oh
is good.
yes, we're trying to just keep the community together. It's always a black woman or a big girl behind all scenes. Heart, heart, heart. But that's what we are here to
Have
do.
we?
But as we end the
Yes.
night, we do always end it with Thick Quest. And tonight's Thick Quest is finish those lyrics. So we have a
We're
few
gonna see
songs
what
that
you know.
we want to see if you can finish the lyrics, baby. Now these songs are more on the romantic, sexy side. So we want you to be prepared to answer. Okay, you ready?
But
Ass getting thicker, cash getting thicker, cash getting larger. Dot dot dot. Ass.
isn't it like, isn't it, he told me to start something, I don't know the words. He told me to start
Oh,
a,
Nico.
yeah, nah.
Jesus.
Give it to him, Vaughn. Give it to the girls, Vaughn. Give it to the girls, Vaughn.
He
See,
thought he was loving me good. I told him
see, the
go
crazy thing is, I wasn't a big fan of Thick like that. So, like,
Mm.
no, Thick is not, like, one of my, like, go-tos on Renaissance, so.
Wow, I love Thick. That's that
Like, when I
Thick.
first, like, crazy thing, when I
That's
first
that.
heard that album, I think, like, the songs that stood out to me at first on, like, my first listen was Alien Superstar and America Has a Problem. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and then, like, it was Plastic on the Sofa, and then Virgo's Groove. Like, I really like that
Mm-hmm.
song. After I heard another remix of it, and I was like, damn, I really like this song. Let me listen to the real version.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this song is not actually bad. Like even when I perform, like live and stuff like that, like I do America Has a Problem, like a rendition of it. So
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so we're gonna hop into the next one.
Hmm.
The category is body. Look at the way it's sitting. The ratio so out of control. ...
that that waste that ass.
Okay, you got that one.
Oh, you know that one. Oh, you know that one. Now
Listen,
let's.
it's a video on my Instagram that makes me think it, like every time I think of that song, it like makes me
What
fucking crack
video?
up. It's a video on my page, yeah. Like it's like because I did this thing on you guys know what the app Bigo is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Ooh, that
So there
app had
was
your blood pressure up. Mm-hmm.
it was like it was a I don't even know how to explain it. Like it was they did a show for me called For the Love of Niko on there. And it was kind of like like a joke, like a fun like joke or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was like talent show night, and like one of the girls, she was
Mm.
dancing. I think she's trans, and she was dancing to Body, and it was just so funny. She was like, so it was hilarious. It was funny, and
Oh
like she
my
was in her
goodness.
house, so it was just like it was wild.
A
Very,
lot going
very
on.
interesting. Awkwardly funny, I'm sure. Now, of course, I would hope you would know this. I got an ass so big like the sun. ...
I hope you got a mouthful of dick on the run, slapping him.
Wow.
Of course, I know that song.
Florida,
And if you did it,
baby.
That's very Florida.
if you did not, it was gonna give very much. We're gonna remove you from Florida.
Okay, okay,
We're gonna
okay.
take your Florida card. We're not even real Floridians, okay?
Put her in Miami
Okay,
Gardens.
so the next one.
Mhm.
I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening.
Just like me, I need a roughneck nigga with his son. Yeah, I know.
Look at you. You a music head. I love this for real. The people are real
I was hoping you
artists.
was gonna be because I'm like, you're saying you're a singer, songwriter. We need to make sure that you're, your stuff.
Of course, of course.
Well, this one for the hoo-ah. I want to feel on your ass in Hawaii. I want the jet lag from fucking and flying.
Shoot a shot in my mouth while I'm riding.
Ooh!
Come on, Lil Nas.
Yes. Okay, that's tea.
That was
Well,
good. That was good.
well, there you have our thick quest for the night, just to kind of kiki for the moment, and wrap up tonight's episode. But Niko, before we give our spills, what would you like to tell our audience, or what would you like to tell your audience from tonight's interview? Give your last words.
Okay, so it was a pleasure, like being here. It's always fun, to interact with my other like more outside of the like more with the LGBT community. I also have new music coming out soon, so that'll be out soon. Probably like in August, like August. That's what
Okay.
we're thinking. Like my first single back will be called "Fucking Around." It's like a little vibe, little a bop. And then like I said, on this Friday, which is this Friday. I can't look at my calendar
The
right now,
11th.
but
It's the 11th, yeah.
the 11th. Okay, so on the 11th, I have the 3 a.m. short film, I guess you could say, or like movie, I guess, first half coming out. It's basically like going to be like the first 4 episodes, but kind of like in order, like in a
Nice.
sequence, like a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more. Just because we're gonna be releasing the next 4 episodes within like I think in August or September. Like we're filming right now, so we're getting that stuff out of the way. Some music, like I don't really do a lot of content creating right now as far as like, like the OnlyFans and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff there is kind of, like,
Yeah.
Like I'll do like I like every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
New pictures and stuff like that. And then other than that, I'm just working crazy. I'm also writing like new series, new like short films and stuff like
Oh,
that. Like
nice.
I tend to do my best work when I'm like, I have something to write about.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like 3 a.m. was based off of my EP and stuff like that. So like I was probably thinking about like maybe like making a short film named off of like more of my songs or something like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have this song called Waves. I think like I can make like a nice movie about that or something like that. Like so I have
Yeah.
like some things in mind that I
Yeah.
can do. Like
Nice.
I like to be one of those people that like correlate everything with everything. So like
Mm-hmm.
everything makes
Have a
sense.
rollout. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
or because like I mean a lot of we'll see like on people's Instagram bio like, oh, I sing, I act, I dance, but I want to see you doing it. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have nothing. You don't like niggas these days be having like little to no pictures on their page,
Yeah.
but I sing, I act, I dance. Like
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense, but okay.
Okay, cool.
Agreed.
Well, definitely can't wait to check out the short film, and definitely can't wait to use the music in our next episodes in August. So that'll be
Mm-hmm.
exciting.
Come
And then
on,
also,
yeah.
Nico, I'm glad to meet your acquaintance because I'm a person that likes to put other people on. So like, it's always good to have those connections. Like when somebody's looking for a performer or an artist, hey, let me see what I can do.
Yes, no,
Let me see
definitely.
who we can reach out to. So it's been a pleasure. But I'm not gonna do my spiel. I'll let Vaughn J give his last words for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, same. I was gonna go in the same direction. Just thank you for coming to our platform. It's a
Of course.
little platform, compared to what you have so far. But
Don't say it's
we're
little because it's not
growing, and
little.
we're
Don't
growing.
say. Don't
It's
say.
not little, but
Yeah.
we have a small, great space
Intimate.
that we're working on. Intimate space that we're working on to
Hmm.
grow larger. And thank you for just coming over here and taking the time to interview with us. It's been almost 2 hours at this point, and you have been a
Yeah.
pleasure to work with.
Of
I
course.
don't think you told people where they could find you, so I will let you do that really quick before T-Nail
You can
puts
find
you.
me. You can find me on all social media platforms at Niko Love. That's Nico with a K, not a C. Niko Love TM NIKOLOVETM. I mean, the only thing that I have that's different is like my Snapchat is Niko Love X2. So I mean, yeah, that's where you can find me, or OF just Niko Love.
Hmm.
Perfect.
Over to you,
Um,
T-Nail.
I do want to say to all of our listeners and followers and subscribers and friends, first, before I say anything else, thank y'all for all that you do. Continue to share, continue to like, continue to subscribe. We are just a few more episodes away from our finale that will probably be live again. Y'all know we like to end the seasons live. I just got to convince Von J to do it. But we will probably be live in New Orleans at Red Just Run. Hopefully, you know what, Nico, we didn't even tell you about Red Just Run, but if you haven't been to Red Just
Mhm.
Run in New Orleans, we would
You
love for
need
you
to
to
go.
come one year. We go
No,
every
I've never
year.
been.
And we go every year. It's a good time just to be yourself and have a good time. So, actually, I'm going to send the info for this year. You are more than welcome to join the
Okay.
crew. But if not this year, next year, put it on your calendar. It's for all those listening and watching, people are like, what is Point of Red Dress Run? Red Dress Run. It's started off as a fundraiser charity, not even by Black people. It's called Playhouse Charity Donation. They do a dress run for different charity organizations. But of course, my Black gay community, honey, they heard about it. They said we can put on a dress, we can cut up, and we can give back at the same time.
Hmm.
And so it's become a thing. So you literally go down for the weekend, you experience New Orleans, you experience the food and the culture. And then Saturday, the streets are flooded with people of all different colors. And it's not just for Black gays, it's for everybody. There are red dresses starting on Saturday morning, some Friday night. And you just walk around your red dress Saturday, and this is so free and expressive. And then the weekend is just great. This year is a little different. They have official promoters there, Xavier Entertainment from DC, Dan the District,
Oh, okay.
Deviant Events. So we got a couple of different promoters that are actually honing in. Now, to those promoters, I'm gonna say this loud and clear: this is not your time to capitalize off of our coins. You got it in May in DC. You get it in Labor Day in Atlanta. Be affordable and be accommodating. Okay, don't be trying to hit us over the head,
Hmm.
because
Come
one
on.
thing about New Orleans that I
The people
love,
will not come.
you could take $300-$400 down there for the weekend and live your best life. But if you girls come in here and try to do all these capitalism things, I'm gonna talk like gentrification people. I can't afford that. August is my month of rest. But I can go to the Page Bar down the street and get me a drink for $9 and they fill it up with liquor. I can go down the street to Oceana and get some good crawfish and some ribs for $15. That's all I'm saying. But New Orleans is a good time. But I'm trying to convince Vonjay to do a live show. But for now, tonight's episode, thank you, Niko Love. Like I said, I've been a supporter of yours for years. If I had it my way, we would have been married by now with 2 kids and a dog. You know, I don't know if I could live in Florida, but you would have to do some convincing. But according to the quote that you said earlier, you know, when you put it down, you fucked the girls' minds up. So you might have had my mind fucked up. So maybe that's not. It's a good thing that I ain't never had a piece because I don't want my mind fucked up. But no, thank you, Niko. Also, shout out to Abe on the Urban Intellect. You know, all things don't work out always perfectly, but we do want to thank you for being a part of this episode. And for those of you watching, we'll be like, oh my God, he disappeared. Well, girl, it just happened like that. But we will have him back next season, I promise. And you see Abe all the time too. But once again, to my fellow co-host, Vonjay, thank you. And I appreciate you. To all of you watching and listening, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share. Merchandise is coming soon. And to Niko, have a good night. And to all of you, I have 3 things to tell you. Don't forget to keep it real, keep it cute, and keep it thick. Until next time, see you soon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.